Yo. How did I get back on the crew joint? Whatever. Yo, welcome to Soul Tales, episode 14, the soundtrack. This is our once a month sneaker show. And this is the wrap up. This is the finale of 2022. It's been a big year for sneakers. So it's only one way to do this is to give a top 5 of the sneakers of the year. Let's bring in the crew. There's no surprise there because everybody's seen them when the show came on. There's Ricardo, there's E, there's the other E, there's B, there's CB. Everybody come up off mute. There's a few of y'all that's still on mute.
Yo,
fellas, welcome to
what it do.
This is the second Soul Tales year in review, top 5 sneakers of the year. And look, we got the DAP brothers down at the bottom, the DAP band. Okay. I'm excited. I've seen the list. I've been privy. We got some
perks of being
good stuff.
The point man.
Yeah, exactly. So, fellas, how are you? How you guys been? We'll start with Ricardo. Ricardo, welcome back, brother.
Thank y'all for having me back. I can't complain. It's been pretty good, closing out this year, doing a little holiday shopping, getting everybody taken care of. That's about it.
Absolutely. E. Rich.
You and I had a conversation the last couple of days. You know where it's been. I was at work hella late last night, trying to close out the year and all that good stuff security-wise and make sure the company is still standing so I can be here next year again. You dig?
Got you.
But other than that, looking forward to some good shoe list as well as some very derogatory statements towards some other shoes that might be on this list.
B.
Not much, bro. Not much other than my Dallas Cowboys dropping the ball last week. I'm doing pretty good, though, man.
Same boat with you, bro. Same boat with you. The other E.
Bro, I just thought about my fantasy league, bro. Like, I went from fall for grace so bad, yo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm 7-0. I won 2 of the last 8 games, bro.
Ever since you made that statement, that was like the kiss of death.
Yes, but keeping it real goes wrong, bro.
Exactly. CB.
I was actually fruitful against E's fantasy team last week. So, blessings during the holiday season, I guess. But, man, Kaleo, you know how it's been. We got the same 9 to 5. So, what it's been like for me these last couple of weeks, ending the year off and doing all that. So, in general, life is good. Sneakers are good. I don't know, in general how people feel about StockX, but as the show was starting up, I got the your shoe passed verification, so I got some joints on the way.
Gee,
and,
I wonder which ones those are.
Yeah, I'm sure. And but yeah. So life is good.
Okay. Yeah. Look, we definitely have the same 9 to 5. And as a lot of people know, the financial world never sleeps whatsoever. As you think the year is going to wrap up and it's going to be kind of quiet, I mean, a lot of people are out, but the work still has to be done. So that's kind of what we're experiencing right now. But other than that, look, I'm excited. Chop it up with you fellas. Have some sneaker talk. Go through the sneakers. Everybody's giving me their list, their top 5. But let's do we're going to do a new format this year. So instead of going round by round, like all 5s and all 4s and all 3s and all 2s and all 1s, what we're going to do is we're going to go to individuals and they're going to start with their top 4, and then we'll do the solo rounds of 1s. So that way we'll spend a little bit more time on everybody's list instead of trying to speed through everybody's 5. And the show should flow a lot better if we do everybody's 4s that way. So, but before we get there, as we wrap up the year, got just 2 questions for you guys, and then we'll get into the list. So my first question is, will 2023 be another year for the Pandas? Will we see these mass releases and restocks for Panda Dunks like we did in 2022? That's a real question.
They drop it on the 19th
opinions
already. They already got a date, the 19th of January.
January 19th?
Yeah. 19th, bro.
Both high top and low top.
Are you guys excited? I mean, is this...
Nobody on here is excited about this drop. Like, even if like we talked about it before, either you've already copped them or you realize that at this point there's no reason to even get them because of how non-exclusive that they've made this. And we expressed our feelings on, but this is how you soil the game, right? Like, because then you see it so much, it's not even a shoe that's even worth mentioning. Like, I put it out there last week, on We Are Something Else. The Jordan 11s was like, grails. As soon as you start seeing so many, and then the color schemes, and then it just waters down to, what it was meant to be. And that's why I don't have a pair. And at first I was like, I'm going to try again. I think I tried maybe 1 or 2 after the first general release. And then when I saw like every month I had the chance and I knew I wasn't going to get them, I didn't want them. Like, I see them like they Air Force Ones now. They're everywhere.
Right. General shoe, yeah. Not excited at all. I hope this goes away and we don't see Pandas ever again.
And then the funny thing about if you really want them, you can actually get them because now you can even go on a resale. They ain't even that much on.
Are they under resale on StockX at this point, right? I think under retail.
Right, I might be right at retail. It ain't even
after all the taxes and fees and all that stuff,
That part. All right. Okay. One more question. This one may be a little bit more in depth. Hopefully we get different answers. So we're doing sneakers of the year. What was the brand of the year?
You can take everything off and just leave that brand that's over Chris' face.
I mean, I think that's probably the consensus.
Yeah,
man.
buddy.
Yeah.
New Balance was the brand of the year.
New Balance, man. They
by far.
This was their year for sure.
There's no debate in that one.
and the crazy part is, I think they're finally getting their due. But New Balance has been killing it for years.
Yeah.
When we talk about the material that they put on sneakers, no one could match New Balance for years. Like, they always put the buttery suede on general release. It didn't have to be a collab or some special release to get quality material. New Balance has done that on the most basic general release.
So we're going off materials, designs, collabs, what?
All of it.
All of it.
They knocked all of them out the box. Yeah, all of them.
And think about the brands that had controversy this year. The two of the biggest brands, Nike and Adidas, had major controversies this year. So all we were talking about with New Balance is Teddy Santis coming in and killing it. With the made in US stuff that they were doing. So it's been all good for NBs this year.
And I still like the protective pack. Yeah. God damn,
yes,
it's so good, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. The protection pack from last year, that rain cloud colorway, may have been could have been shoe of the year. And then they followed it up with 3 more colors that were all dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that rain cloud has dropped in price. It's a lot more reasonable in price on the resale market. It's like around the 240 range now.
Oh, wow.
That shit was at 600 at one point.
Yeah.
Shout out to New Balance. No, I agree.
Hey, I'm a sneakerhead through and through, so I'm catching the gems, right? Because this is, but funny part about this, and not even to go off kill. We did this last time, and we talked about what was either on a resale that was lower or be based upon what we see as sneakerheads, and it's like I think that's the real kind of gem of this whole like our show, right? Is we talk about them ones, and instead of being more of a hater that's like I don't want people to have a certain shoe, we talk about just the realness of what's behind us really rocking these shoes and from the fashion to the actual what it is. Like we're not on here on some, oh, I seen somebody, resell some shit for $700. Our first initial thing is why are you fucking the game up? You know what I mean? Like, so we get into this mindset of if we see that lick, like we put shit out on the thread for everybody to be able to win because we know what it is to be a real sneakerhead in this game. So I salute to you for telling me that shit is at least reasonable to where I can be like, that Christmas bonus is, yep, that sounds about right. About 240. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, I agree. And then the Salehis drop tomorrow. The New Balance releases tomorrow. Couple of us may have been privy to other means of getting them, but tomorrow's general release. They're gonna they're retailing at what? Are they 220? Is that what I saw?
990 V2s. That's around the regular price. 180. It's between 180 and 220.
Yeah. No.
Me personally, that's my second favorite New Balance. That 990 V2. Not that particular colorway, but just that model.
Yeah. No, I think that's my personal favorite 990 out of the selection there. I'm with you.
All right.
Hold on. You like them joints regular? You like
the Salehis? Yeah, they're not bad.
You like Salehis? Oh.
Let's be clear. I'm not a Salehi hater.
We're not.
I just thought that particular 574 Yeet or whatever the hell that shit, that is atrocious.
And the Crocs.
No. I'm just not a Croc person. I didn't say the Crocs are bad. I just don't wear Crocs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That was hilarious, yo.
But those New Balance, man, they got big feet teeth and they got a whistle on the back of them.
The whistle was hilarious, though, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you don't follow Ricardo on Instagram, man, you like.
Wasn't there somebody at SneakerCon going around blowing the whistle?
Blowing whistle. That's so that's
they was listening to Too Short.
Yeah.
Or if you go in the referee a little league game and you forgot your whistle at home, you can just tie your shoes around your neck.
Functionality, bro.
Yeah, they were wild.
All right. So we got a few things to get through. So let's go ahead and let's kick this off. And according to this list, boom.
Okay.
Autos up first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the graphic up. How would you say?
You said 5 through 2, right?
Yep, 5 through 2. You'll see, here's the graphic, right? Boom. There you go, right there.
All right. So for me, number 5 is the New Balance 990 V2, the Teddy Santos, the marble head. I mean, it's just like great New Balance. Me being from this area, DMV area, like you can't go wrong with a great New Balance. And that's just a clean looking shoe. Number 4, that Kobe 6 Mamacita. Me being a Laker fan and just Kobe being my favorite athlete of all time, you can't mess with that shoe. Number 3, it could have been number 1. That whole Virgil, Louis Vuitton, Air Force One release. This particular colorway to me is just hard. I've always liked the Damier pattern colorway. And then number 2, the Armand Meniere 4. It's a beautiful shoe. And the pictures actually don't do it justice. Like when you see them in person, it's a totally different looking shoe.
Dope. Okay.
That's my 5 through 2.
These are dope 5 through 2s. Did you cop any of these 5 through 2s this year?
The Amama Air Force.
If Ricardo had come out and said he somehow got those Air Force Ones, we need to know who the fuck-
How do you pull that off?
That colorway was only through auction, and they were going for like 100,000. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double
You
back.
hit on one of them parlays.
I'm gonna double back and get these 990 V2s.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dope. I'm one of those joints too. Okay. I think somebody on the pod may actually have gotten the Kobe joints. We might see that later. But I think I remember somebody getting the dub for those Kobe's. But yeah, out of all these,
I remember someone sleeping through a dub.
The year in review.
What
God,
a year
man.
it's been for sneakers. But yeah, anybody got comments? All those are dope.
Nah, that's a solid list, yo.
That's a real solid list.
And I've been looking at those Amama Air Force because last year for me, the ones and the threes were on the list. So they've just been killing it in general.
I wanted to put the Louis Vuitton joints up there, but it was so exclusive, so not obtainable. I just didn't put it on there.
Right.
That was like, no way I'm ever get
same thing.
But you know what? This is why, it's sneakerhead. Like this show is good because it's so different. Everybody had a different requirement of how they were going to do their top five, which was good. We're not going to see a lot of the repeats, but I mean these lists are good. I mean it's always good to see where somebody's mindset is at, and
but even with the Louis Vuittons are almost impossible to obtain at retail price.
It's beautiful.
But
shoe,
we all know that just every sneaker nowadays is damn near you got to get lucky to get any shoe.
Facts.
I mean, if we keeping it real,
it's just a Willy Wonka ticket now, man.
And when to get a notification saying you got them is like you surprised. You thinking the rest of your day gonna go great.
Yeah,
pretty much.
All these resellers out here are Grandpa Joe. Fucking assholes.
We know how CD feels about Grandpa Joe. All right.
Right.
Easy.
So 2022 was kind of a salty year, so I didn't pick my top 5. I actually picked top 5 that I actually got the cop. So
that's how you got to do the list.
Yeah, man. So I had a different type of things going on here. Man, you messed me up a little bit with my top 1. My top 1's up there, but don't worry about it.
You put the list backwards. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I was thinking top 1, top 2, but it's all good. I'm gonna play with it.
What you got? What I got? The one I haven't revealed is your top 1 now.
Yeah, that's not my top 1. Definitely not. We're not gonna put this on record. That being my top 1.
Okay,
but,
so
everything I got up there, they're all type of different. The one we are missing are these right here. So these actually, when I was doing it with no order, but this right here, different type of shoe. Comfortable. I wore them to a track meet out Virginia Beach this week. I wore them the whole time, so they are comfortable. They're not as comfortable as the top one up there. They're not as comfortable as these. They're not.
Okay, so which one of these is your top 1?
So my top 1 is the Jackie Robinson.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so we went to
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be my top shoe, and not only because it's the colorway. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. My colorway is blue, silver, white, but the meaning of the shoe. So once we go to our top 1, I talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
But yeah, had to talk about these, man. These right here are Grails. When they came back out, I was happy, even though Kanye is not involved with the company anymore. As you said, I ain't worn them yet. I'm still wearing them, but these are one of my favorite shoes that came out. These right here are one of my favorite. I think it's one of the flyest sneaker that came out last year, bro. This is a fly sneaker right here. As you said, I ain't wore these yet either, but yeah, these Jones fly right here. I got a couple of outfits waiting for them. And then this sneaker right here is the most comfortable sneaker I've ever put on my foot.
Still gotta get a pair of.
It's a cheat code because they took Kanye and threw a new type of technology boost in it with some shoestrings. And if you don't have a pair, get a pair. They're very comfortable.
Does
you can't change the inner, can you?
Yeah, you can change the inner. Yeah. So if you buy another, if you buy any, so I'm gonna buy the black pair. I didn't get the black pair because I bought these, and I ain't understand like why would I get both of them? They came at the same time. But I am gonna get the black pair and swap the inside booty to the black one, and then put this one in the black one just to.
Dope.
See, I didn't know you could swap the inner because on some of the later like previews of different releases, they started doing the photo of you being able to swap the inner out. So I didn't know any of the earlier pairs you can take.
Damn.
Yeah, so they stole a little bit of.
And this right here, this is very, very comfortable. It's almost like it's almost feel better than a Boost once you connect it with the with this foam. You put both of these together, and then you got a very comfortable shoe. Now it's hard to take off because the booty is actually connected with the shoestring, so you got to take all this out, pull that off. But you know, once you get that good look, yeah, the booty. So yeah, those are my top 4 right there, and every single one of them had a different type of feel to it. So I wanted to.
But yeah, so those Addy foams, them joints. So with the inner being able to come out, they definitely took that from Nike.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know why a lot of play.
Well, now you know what? Adidas had that joint back in the day too.
Yeah, Adidas
with the swap.
Yeah, swap. Yeah, Adidas had that joint way back in the day.
Some basketball shoes that did that back in the day.
Yeah.
Really?
Master B had Converse did it too, but Adidas. Yeah. I think Adidas was the first.
Yeah, Adidas had
the black pair. They remind me of a pair of foam posits. Like they are foam. We all saying Kanye, but this texture, I've had a pair of foam posits that felt like this. Like, let's be honest, Nike was the first one with the foam tennis shoes. So this remind me, especially that black pair, remind me of those foam posits with the different texture they came out with. So yeah, I definitely enjoy the shoe.
Can I throw a flag on the play? I thought this was top 5 sneakers of the year.
That's my top 5 sneakers of the year because
everybody's
I'm salty. I couldn't get none of the other ones.
No. I'm fine with his list.
I told you I was salty because I was mad.
If we are calling a Croc a sneaker, I'm done. I'm not buying.
I'm putting that joint up there, bro.
If we call it Croc sneakers now, I'm done. I'm done.
It's footwear.
These right here.
I'm not. They might be the most comfortable thing in the world. They gotta be. You see nurses wear them, but we're not these pair.
Not these pair.
We're not calling them sneakers though. We're not doing that.
I had one of the collabs of the year right here.
It can be a collab of the year. But I understand. I mean, I'm with Ricardo.
He killed the year for real.
He did.
Hey, I could replace these and go get the Panda Dunks.
I mean,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the Panda Dunks, bro. I got them. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, I think you sent me. All right, I think we good because you sent me your list with kind of the same thing.
Put the numbers in it though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I followed your list.
All right.
I followed your list.
All right.
All right.
So my 5 through 3.
Boom. That's all right. Right. That's right.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. That's right. Okay.
You good. You good. So number 5 was the Rick and Morty Pumas. With your man LaMelo Ball. The reason why I picked these was because I'm a fan of All-Star Weekend, and by far he had the best shoe All-Star Weekend. And you know, so crazy. I forgot about him because it seemed like it was so long ago. It came out like February, and you forget that, like, yo, the time so much stuff comes out in a year, and so much shit happens in a year. It felt like it was 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
And then my next one was Joe Fresh Goods, New Balance joints. I like these. I've been fucking up the numbers, bro. I just like this colorway, and I like the way the fucking shit fucking looks, you know. And bro, and I know them joints is mad comfortable, but I didn't get them. I want them, but I didn't get them yet. They're still on my list to get. And number 3 was the Mama Cedar joints, which I did cop. I woke up to a text in the group chat that said the joints was I woke up to the group text at like 9:59. I got on that joint like 10:01. I'm like, oh shit, damn, all right, bet.
Damn,
and lo and behold, I won
10:15.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually had a chance to win them, man, and I have not won them yet. I just like looking at them.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so special because it got Gigi number on it, and it pays a homage to Gigi and Kobe. So it goes without being said, man. And number 2, man, was the Brooklyn Off-White joints, man. I tried to get these like everybody else, and then I had a chance to get them off a resale, but I was like, I'm not paying $1,300. I just couldn't find myself. It was so bad. I actually contemplated about like I could, but my
I'm
morals.
glad you didn't ask
let
me if you
it.
should do it or not, because I would have told you to do it.
I know. I knew not to ask
prices.
CB. Yeah, I knew not to ask CB. He would have told me go ahead, flex, and do it. Yeah, but nah. These. I mean, come on. I just like the color. It's Virgil. And like I'm like, Carl, I wanted to put the Louis Vuitton ones on there, but I was like, it just seemed like it was so just not. It's catastrophically unobtainable. I was like, I just couldn't fathom ever having them joints. So I can at least try to get the 1,300. I can muster that up if I really want to. But that's my top 2.
Jesus. But now look, so out of this list, the only ones you cop were the Kobe's.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at this point, everything's obtainable. Like I did like the LaMelo joints. I definitely
those Rick and Morty
feeling them joints when they drop. And I haven't seen what resale is going for those, but I mean,
yeah. And I tried to change it up because I didn't want to put all Nike on there and all the Adidas. I tried to change it
right.
up.
Everybody's requirements is different, which is dope. About sneakerheads. Okay. Who's up?
Oh, I got an honorable mention though.
Okay. Let me put you up there.
My honorable mention was the social status pennies, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, another dope shit.
I wanted to put them on there, but I mean, I don't know. I probably should have, but I knew it was some other
honorable mention. There's some honorable mentions.
It's a good honorable mention, yeah.
Yeah. Another, you know what? Another obtainable shoe this year was the penny, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of penny releases this year.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Rich.
I think I got all of my top 4. I got 3. I mean, was it my top? Yeah, my top 4. 3 of them, but one of them I wasn't able to get. So here's mine. The Wabi Sabis, definitely. Like when you talk about just everybody on here should know, especially my brother CB knows that Air Max 1 is that shoe for me. If it's that signature shoe, you're gonna see me in it. It's gonna be which ones he got on today. I got the old people at the job site already checking my shoes to figure out which ones I'm wearing, and they don't know shit about shoes, right? But this pair alone, I mean, you talk about from the colorway to the different textures of that's on the shoe, the leather, the suede, the new button, like everything in it is still comfortable as hell. The details on them are crazy. And of course, Air Max Day, you just gotta, you can't help but to pull out, a shoe that you have. The other one, definitely cop the other one that came out on it. That concept though, the box was crazy. No, this wasn't the what was it, the $500, $600 box, but this is for sure the mellow one. I definitely fucked with it with all the different colors, from the bandana to the velvet on here, the damn animal print. Like, I mean, to do something like this and still off of a silhouette that still works is the reason why I definitely had to put this on, because I said it before, and we definitely can do a recap, Cleo, when you recap this part again. I said it to be easy. When Union fucked up is when they tried to do the Cortez is over. Mm-hmm. You cannot fuck up a classic shoe from a certain area and don't keep it as original as possible without throwing it all the way off. Those Cortezes stayed online. They're probably still available. Union does not even have them in the store, and I've been there a few times, because they realize that citywide, like hometown, you can't mess with a Cortez, even though that was and I'll say it, that's an SA shoe out here. You don't see really a lot of black people wearing Cortezes. So for them to take that shoe on, I told you had to keep it basic but like throw your own spin on it. They went completely left field, and that shit did not work. I feel Air Max 1s always kind of hit. They have the different, styles, the collaborations with either Concept or whoever they do. Like, it is what it is. You can't mess up this pair.
Just look good.
They can.
The New Balance joints. Listen, the shower blue, whatever they call it. Like, I so upset that I was not able to obtain this damn shoe.
That was one of the hardest ones to get a hold of because Instagram.
Yeah, bro.
And what I mean, like, seeing that shoe, and I have seen it in person on the lakey ass white boy, and I will say that it's not racist because that's why we put the cuss word in front of the thing. That's why it don't sound racist if y'all. But it was a dope ass shoe. Just like in person, actually is like definitely a lot better than what we see in the picture, and I can only imagine how the shoe is. And then of course the lost and founds. Ain't even laced them up. They in here. They definitely had to be a part of the discussion because you can't fuck these up. And if you look like trash in these, then you were never meant to wear shoes, and you should probably go wear Crocs or some type of Jesus sandals for the rest of your life. So there it is. These will get you cool points. These even might even get you to smash that one girl that you never thought you would smash because she's seen these on your feet back in the day. Not now, is because we older and shit. But when probably you were high school niggas out there.
That's good advice from your brother E. Rich.
Yeah, pretty solid list. If the lost and founds are your number 2.
Ooh.
Number one got to be.
I love seeing 2 Air Max 1s on there.
Listen, it was tough because it was. Like we always say, we forget what comes out like February. Like, I mean, you talking about these dropped in March, right? But to have that, and the one I left off of here was the blueprints.
Yeah.
I literally had to sit there and be like, either the blueprints or the wabi sabis. Like that's where they was. Like,
and that's so crazy. I don't know why I thought the concepts came out last year. This shit was
it's been a long year.
Bro,
you think this was a mess? The fucking albums. Early plug. The albums are tough. Tough as shit. I've been trying to figure out these albums. Was there any? I don't know if you answered the question. Was there any special requirements while you were going through your list? Anything that what made you narrow down your list? Because it's a long year, tough list to choose from. But was there anything that tried to help you get to your 5?
Well, I almost went the be easy way as far as like what I copped. And I was just going to put that on the list. But like I said, those New Balances are still on my notification on all the, the resellers, the StockXs. I'm looking at them. I'm waiting for them shits to go down every day. I'm waiting for somebody to F up and be like, they bought them hoes for $4 or $5 cheaper than what it was yesterday. So I can offer a new, amount up. But I think also when I look at it, I've always been versatile with either a Jordan or whatever. The Air Max 1, I literally could probably fill up a whole top 5 with just Air Max 1s that came out this year. But, and I'm just gonna be honest, like that's the shoe, like that's the one that you gonna see me in. That I think is gonna be different than everybody else because everybody's gonna be running to what's the popular shoe, but the Air Max 1 and how you work it is what what it does. So that concept, Be Easy had it. The Wabi Sabi, I have yet to see anybody with them shits on. And I've worn them shits a few places on purpose where I knew I was running into a few sneakerheads and still didn't catch them with nobody having them.
That's like
CB,
the one. That is the Wabi Sabis are the one Air Max 1 like colorway this year that I really wanted that I did not get. Like all the other ones that I like really wanted. Like it was a good year. Like this was a great year for the Air Max 1. The general releases were good. The collabs were crazy. So yeah, no, it was a great year for the Air Max 1. But the Wabi Sabis, the way that those 9060s are on E Rich's watch list, the Wabi Sabis are on mine. Like I'm waiting for that price for me to just hit that trigger button,
Yeah, you also got that last colorway of the waves this year, the white and silver.
The white one. Those Pata joints. Yeah, Pata killed their collab. The white
the OG joints come back out, the white and red joints.
But yeah, next year they're bringing back the University Reds. Those are classics. Like, gonna have to get multiple pairs of those joints. Like that just is what it is.
Dope. All right. So,
Here come the mids.
okay. It was trying to figure out my top 5. I didn't know what my requirements are going to be. I knew I wanted, again, kind of the same thing as far as in hands, making sure that some of the dubs that I got didn't make the list. Then there was like 3 that I really wanted or have an opportunity to get. I haven't gotten yet, but here we go. So, number 5, trophy room 7s. I got the Olympics, but it was just something about these that hit a little different. And it's a beautiful shoe. Now, number 4, everybody in this room, for the most part, knows how I feel about the Orange Lobster Dunks and how a couple of days from now, I'm trying my hardest to get a pair of these. Now, they're a very basic shoe. Very basic colorway. There's nothing really standing. I mean, the details are dope, but something about these. I don't even need the special box. Just give me the old raggedy red, yellow, and white blue boxes it comes with. Something about these is dope. And then the Samby the Times. Tomorrow, another shot at them. Definitely on my number 3. I wanted these to be a little higher up, but I wanted in hands to be my top 2. So, what is my number 2 shoe? I gotta agree with my brother E-Rich.
I knew it.
I gotta agree with my brother E-Rich. Look, from the jump this year, January, they let us know this was going to be the November release. This was coming out this year. One of the probably highly sought after colorways of the Jordan 1. It's a Chicago colorway.
This man had the audacity to wear it in the office before it came out. Everyone in the office didn't even know how much they were getting shit on.
White laces work for me. Some people do the white or the black or the kind of alternating. But yeah, white laces, good shoe, great detail. So my requirements, I want to do all in hands, but I really couldn't remember what I won this year. Actually, that would be top 5. So,
how's the cracked leather?
Cracked leather is amazing. Said this. The details.
Because that's something that Amamanier has been doing, and I honestly think that going with the vintage look is that's been in. So
yeah, they doing it. They doing it for them 3s coming out too.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about the trophy rooms? I'm shocked that I didn't see that on at least one of the lists. But how y'all feel about the trophy rooms?
I think the drop did it for me. Like some of the stuff I wouldn't put on my list because the drop kind of took me out of it. Like if it was a bad drop, it just pissed me off so much. I'm like, I ain't even forget about it. But I like them.
For me, it's hard to. I've never been a fan of 7s. I had 7s like original when they first came out when I was a little kid. But yeah, I've never really been a big fan of 7s.
Nah, the only 7 I really like was the Olympic drinks. Like
in the Bordeaux. Nobody like the Bordeaux?
No, I know. I take that back. The Bordeaux, the Olympics, and the Raptor drinks. Yeah.
I have the PSG 7s, but France just lost in the World Cup final, so those are not coming out anytime soon.
That was a hell of a World Cup.
The greatest World Cup final of our lifetime.
Hey, shout out to that dude that cashed out right before France won. Right before France won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Carter, how you feel about the lobsters?
I'm a dunk fanatic, SB fanatic, so I'm always gonna lean. I will say they've kind of run this into the ground. Like it's time to retire it. We don't need no more color lobsters. Like let's eat.
Do you have any of the lobsters?
No.
Okay.
I'm just for me with dunks, I can't buy them at resale price. If I can't, because I remember when you could literally walk into a skateboard shop and stuff that's going for thousands of dollars now would literally just be sitting on shelves.
Like $60.
It used to be a skateboard shop in Waldorf. I think it was called Elite Skateboarding or something like that. Everything, all like pink box stuff would just be sitting on shelves.
No, yeah, clearance section.
So it's hard for me.
Downtown locker room.
It's hard
It's
for me to go
Travis
pick a
Scott's
retail
fault,
brand.
man. He did this.
Yeah.
I won't even say it was Travis Scott. I think it was a collaboration. I think it was him and the guy Croatian Styles. I think they actively did that because he probably had a nice selection of SBs in his,
For sure.
for sale, and he was like, "Let's drive this price up."
Fashion wise, I remember one of the earliest person that had to rock the skater trucker look. Pharrell, obviously, like I knew he was huge in culture as far as style. Like I mean, obviously, everything Pharrell does is probably been a few steps ahead of everybody else. To the point where like, why is this dude wearing like the netted back trucker hats? Nobody's wearing those, and all of a sudden everybody's wearing those. The cut up jeans, whatever it kind of was, or the tiny just faded t-shirts. It just became a whole thing. So yeah, I don't know exactly. Anybody remember the original price of Dunks?
It's like $80.
Like $80, $90.
Yeah, 86.
SBs were $60 originally.
Yeah.
When they were still Pro Bs, Dunk Pro Bs, and then when they became officially SBs, they went up to 90.
And then regular dunks was $80.
Like
$80.
you could literally walk into a store and get like De La's for $90.
So crazy.
Yeah, like I got the Santana joint, the Santana dunks. I got them joints for like 70 something.
Yeah, you see a Wale rap about it all the time, the SB Dunks, and that's the only rapper I actually heard. Especially being from here, though, we've been on stuff a little quicker than most places, anyway. So.
Well, being from where the SB Dunks clearly getting the most hype out here in skate land. But I'll say this before CB goes though, Cleo remembers this story. It was actually right before the pandemic. I called him because I was at a actual like a pop-up shop down in San Diego that had the De La's the same day they dropped out, and he was telling me about them that he went and copped them. But I'm like, they had the whole line set up as far as an outfit or whatever to go with that, and they didn't even need like a crazy market roll. Like they know that they just gonna sell to the people that rock with them. Period. You know what I'm saying? And just that little section, they had the shoes sitting up there. And then they had like the one or two little thing outfits, and it's like that's the dunks that used to always be around. And like you said, I can go down to San Diego to Irvine to wherever out here, and it's still them little ass boutiques that have them. And like you said, the price is crazy, but it's because like they made it more mainstream. And now the funny part is, I swear for everything. I promise you, I'm gonna get a picture. These fools is not skating in dunks no more. They skating in high price ass shoes that you like. These niggas is crazy. Like you are skating and fucking up and scuffing up a shoe that's easily probably reselling like some $800.
Those Dior Jordan ones, man. That was like a really popular
They
thing.
skating in all white shit.
Yeah.
But I think like the style of the dunk has changed. Like they don't even make them the same anymore. Like I don't even think the tongue is like it's got that foam cushioning. Like
it's just different if you're getting an SB or a
that
standard
part too.
dunk. Like
but
that's
they make
the main.
The SBs different too, though, right? Like
I mean,
I think
they're still. I mean,
there's that
there's
extra cushion kind of like in the tongue where you can tell that's what changed the SBs from that from the regular dunk for sure.
It's crazy how when SBs first came out, they were sit, and then they got popular, and the prices went up. Then up until maybe like 5 years ago, shit was like back down to dirt cheap. I mean, like I remember a friend of mine buying like with the dunks for like $3,000-$4,000.
That's crazy.
Now you're talking about 6 digits for a pair of with the dunks.
It's insane.
Nope. All right, CB.
All right, so my list. I mean, these are a couple of honorable mentions because there were so many shoes that came out this year, and part of my criteria was I was not going to repeat a model. So when it came to picking a Air Max 1, I only was allowing myself to choose one. Like my brother Everett said, we could have done an entire list that was just Air Max 1s for this year. So the Concepts ones, those were basically my second Air Max 1 of the year. All three of them were really, really good. I was able to cop the mellow ones. And like Rich was saying, like B was saying, like the way that they executed those was incredible. I have worn them a few times. And it's just the way it was executed was fantastic. The Bait Adidas Attack on Titan Ultra
Bruh.
Boost. I had not even been looking for an Ultra Boost in years, right? And then as a fan of the anime and a fan of the shoe in general, when I saw these were a must-have. They're easy to get in terms of like resale prices and stuff like that, and the colorway is crazy. Like for me, I'm a fan of burgundy. Red's my favorite color. So this dark red, I got a lot of stuff I can wear with it, and it's an Ultra Boost, so it's comfortable. I copped a pair. My brother he saw them, he immediately copped a pair. So as far as honorable mentions go, I had to make sure that I brought these up. I was able to get both of these. So
those Attack on Titans they're on my list to get for sure. All right.
Yeah, so this list is mostly just my preference, but there is a little bit of a mix of the like just the culture in general. So for me, number 5 was the Lost and Found Jordan 1s. They could have been number 1 if I actually had copped a pair at the airing of this episode, but I have not. Which is why I wore my origin stories earlier this week to make myself feel a little bit better about not being able to cop these on 4 or 5 different occasions already. So, it's a classic colorway. They mixed it up a little bit. It wasn't a true, just like re-release or anything like that. So I appreciate that. If it was just a true restock, re-release, I don't know if I technically would have included it, but with these, they switched them up enough that it definitely counts. And like I said, if I got a pair of them, they probably would be at the top of the list. So for me, number 4, like we were talking about before the show really got kicked off, this was the year of New Balance. And these Salehi Bembury, these joints are crazy. Full disclosure, that StockX notification that I got before the show was for these. That purchase notification...
You're not even trying tomorrow. You just said,
I am trying tomorrow because if I can get them for retail, that's less than what I paid in resale. And I'll take multiple pairs. Like, it is what it is. And that's the thing. If I think the shoe is that good, why wouldn't I be willing to get multiple pairs? You know what I mean? So, like we were talking about, New Balance, it's all about quality. It doesn't matter if it's a general release. It doesn't matter if it's, a collab like this. I just think that the materials that I've seen in the pictures and reading all the reviews, once I get them in hand, we'll obviously, break into them that way. But for these not having them in hand yet, I still had to put them on the list. For me, this wasn't the most hyped Air Max 1 of the year, but the Casina, Wong Ang, like these joints are crazy. If as fans of Dunks, look up the Casina Dunks. Check what those are going for resale now. Casina has a long history of doing collabs in the sneaker world. They're a great shop out in Korea, and the story behind these is awesome. Like there's like these ceremonial ducks that are given out in these Korean weddings, and the 2 pairs that they dropped each commemorate those. The materials are awesome, and I give these a little bit of a bump because they're attainable. Like it's one of those collabs where when I initially saw them, I was like, well, I'm going to have to get them. And then when they were actually easier to get than I anticipated, I was not upset about that at all. So for me, these were the Air Max 1s of the year. And it was a great year for Air Max 1s. So there's so many different colorways and collabs that happened this year. But for me personally, the story behind these, the materials had to go with these. And then we talked about Union kind of screwing up their Cortez. For me personally, Sakai killed theirs. The inclusion of the zoom unit in the front makes a shoe that classically it's not that comfortable by today's standards, and the zoom unit takes it into the modern day. When I initially saw pictures of these, I was like, I have to get them. I got them, and they actually are the coziest Cortez that I've ever owned, you know. So I guess I did take out for my top 3, so just to show them.
Oh,
Hey.
And then, you know,
Yo, I just checked.
Union, fuck those up, bro.
Hey, yo, I just checked. Goat, they got them joints for 150, bro.
Which one?
Yes.
The casino joints, yeah.
Oh,
no, like they're
I'm gonna put a bid in for those right there.
I cop because they're attainable. I cop both colorways. Some people prefer the silver and gray pair that came out. For me,
These are
if
my
you
favorite.
remember a few years ago, the Amsterdam Air Max 1 was my sneaker of the year. That has it's a brown, more autumn color palette, similar to these. They released with a London pair, which was a gray colorway, similar to kind of just how they did these. But yeah, it's the Air Max 1. I could have done, I got how many, I bought more Air Max 1s this year than probably 99% of the world bought shoes in general. You know what I mean? This was a great year for the Air Max 1.
Yo, them casinos, like I remember missing on the drop, but I didn't realize until recently how obtainable they are. So these might be, and I forgot. Remember we were talking the other day. I forgot this was a 2022 drop. I thought they were end of 2021 drop.
Right.
But this has been a long year. But those are a must have.
Yeah.
Goodness,
I support everybody on this podcast getting a pair if they want it.
All right, so everybody's 5 through 4, 1 through 4 has been revealed.
One person's 1 through 5.
My bad. Well, he showed it. But you know what? So I'm gonna give you the spotlight, B. Let's go ahead and let's go over your top sneaker of the year. No surprise here. That's a dope ass shoe, still on my list.
If Social Status or I'm on my year bought this out, it would have been crazy because they gave us a raggedy regular box for this.
Now I remember
that doesn't make any sense because this right here,
because it's
75 years, the man broke out
special box for that for sure.
A black man played baseball 75 years ago, broke the barrier. They gave him a shoe and they came in a regular box, bro.
Disrespectful.
So you know why they did that? They still treat niggas the same way they treated them back then.
Yeah, gave us a regular box. The materials on the shoe was crazy. The shoestrings look like it has a little stitching. Probably can't see it, of a baseball. The actual leather feels like a baseball, like a fresh baseball. And then you have suede wrapped around that. And then you have a saying that he said in here about, I gotta open it up. You don't have to like me, but treat me as a human being. You know, you can't beat that. And it's literally 75 years. And they gave us this beautiful shoe in a regular box. But
you ain't even worn them yet, have you?
No, I don't go anywhere. I haven't worn any of my shoes yet. I take a picture of them for the,
What did you pair those with? Did you do a pairing?
Yeah, so I actually got a Fair God baseball shirt on sale for I think I got it for like $50-$60. And so it's, Fair God baseball, and Jerry's father actually played baseball and was so I couldn't beat it.
I told you, get on eBay and get you a Jackie replica jersey.
Yeah, I was looking at that because I did go and I got me a shirt from Amazon somebody made. So yeah.
The good thing about a Jackie replica jersey, everybody knows it's replica. So
yeah,
it's just, you ain't got to worry about fighting nobody over that.
Yeah.
I hear if you need a place to actually flex your sneakers off, it's when E holds a boxing party.
Okay. We're gonna be there.
And there's some dope fights coming up. So
ain't no bullshit. Yeah, you not yeah, you right. There's a lot of heat coming through that door. Yeah,
you gotta come with the heat at the boxing joint, huh?
I mean, when you're going to a sneakerhead's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my man told me. Say, yo, I know this will be a house, dog. I'm gonna always have some kicks and some beer. Yeah, I can't have bullshit beer coming to your house. Yeah.
I remember what Kaleo wore that night. I know what was happening.
All right. Number one.
So we've seen this shoe. What the?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I was about to say, bro.
I was like,
oh, come on, son. Really?
You knew Kaleo was gonna set him up.
I almost got y'all show taken down off of you. Almost came out of my mouth. My number one shoe over there. I don't know how. I mean, for some people, it was number two.
Yeah.
Number one for me.
With the black laces.
I just didn't feel like taking them out and putting the white ones in. But I've worn them.
They look dope with the black ladies.
I've worn them. I think I got mine a week before they came out. Lost and Found, Jordan 1. Can't go wrong. I think I have a feeling that Jordan's gonna do this with the three main colorways. I think we're gonna get a tumble leather, distressed leather on the Royals, and the black and red pair probably in 2023.
That'd be great.
I can see the black and red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The band drinks.
Yeah.
I can see the Royals.
Mhm.
My good friend of mine actually has a pair of 85 Royals, and they distressed like this. But yeah, this is my number one shoe. There was no chance that I wasn't getting this. Yeah.
I think. Dope. Dope.
Just some damn mids on, man. Need another drink.
Hey, yo, nah, man. The follow-up card, man. Number one, Lost and Found, man. I mean, bruh. Goes to say, cause I ain't gonna lie, it's my number one because it's the number one shoe I fucking want. Okay, it's number one shoe I want, and I'm gonna just have to bite the bullet and just kick out this 300-400, whatever it is, man. It is what it is, bro, at this point. Cause I really want these, man, and I put in like 50,000 raffles. I had girlfriends I didn't even know I had trying to put these. Okay, what is that for me, man? Trying to finesse my way with so many sneaker apps. Did not work out for the kid, bro.
That's dope. Are you still on the hunt? You still trying to get them?
I'm still trying. I'm gonna get them, bro. I'm just gonna break down and do the resale joint. It is what it is.
Yeah, top of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And my birthday coming up, so I'll go ahead and get his birthday gift.
There you go. Let's do. There you go.
Yeah.
You actually have it. There you go.
It was the baby shower blue, the 96s. Even though I think
Them guys
consensus
just glowing in the light. You can't even
Right,
see.
man.
My bad.
You just look like
you good.
they look like you walking on clouds, bro.
I mean, but you are, because these joints are cozy.
Don't slide.
Details are crazy. Came with multiple laces for you to switch it up however you like. Even though I think as far as the Joe Freshgoods New Balances go, I think in the general community consensus, the 993s were more people preferred those. But for me, this is a new silhouette. This model didn't exist before. They gave him the opportunity to really release it. So these were one of the first two colorways that launched, and I was one of the people that was able to get through on Instagram. And if you guys remember,
Next to me at the damn barista bar, he's like, I got him. I was like, what the? I'm sitting here still trying to get through Instagram to figure out how to buy them.
And I rushed through that purchase so fast that I didn't check the shipping address. And the shipping address was to my old address because I moved in February. But it was one of those things I was rushing through so fast that I go. And thankfully, I was able to hit them up. They were like, yo, we can't change the shipping address unless it's your billing address. And I was like, it is. So I still got my shoes, and they've been worn. I will keep wearing them. Wear your shoes. But the materials, the story behind them, Joe Freshgoods did his thing.
Yeah, I'm still on the prowl for those.
This may throw some people off. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. But they came out, and it's because these shoes were the ones that actually these were the shoes that started me off as a sneakerhead as a kid. And these are my number ones.
Not mad at that at all.
Yes. I mean, and through all the variations of what they've come out with, the fire reds, was it the one that had the gold on there? These are the, if you look closely, these are the spitting image of the OGs as far as all the way down to the gray on them, where they have them in. But I remember still to this day, this was the first shoe that I remember begging the shit for my Dukes to get me, and I told her that your money won't be go to waste, because I remember dropping 26 in my AAU game with these, and the story just goes from there. But yeah, these is definitely my number ones, because this is where it started for me. So
Elephant print is crazy in there,
bro. Holds a special place in my heart, son. Man,
there's a reason E&E approve of the threes.
Oh my God, son. I'm about to go get mine now, son. Storm on now.
The best of the wet.
Yes.
All right. So you see my four. Everybody's probably trying to figure out, well, what the hell could be the one. Maybe I'll come back in focus. Here we go. CB. You and I had a bunch of conversations about these this year. It was a shoe that I didn't know I wanted until I saw it, and I couldn't get it.
This is gonna blow people's mind.
This is one of those things where I saw it, I was like, I didn't even know they were dropped. I missed the drop. And I surfed sneaker sites for about a month or so. CB had to hear this shit every day about
The hunt,
prices
man.
for resale. But I knew I had to get them. I needed them. For some reason, they spoke to me. And you wouldn't even expect. But as soon as I got them, I was like, this is probably going to be my sneaker of the year. Just Gel MC, Bodega.
The bodega joints, yeah.
These joints.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought in my life I'll pick an ASIC as a sneaker of the year. But the detail, the detail, and it came with like 3 or 4 different pairs of laces. These joints, the materials from suede to just mesh to, even leather in here, but comfortable for real.
Bodega knows how to do a collab, man.
The story behind these,
They do kind of drink
the
like that too.
sneakerhead stories, as far as just going out, no one knew wanted something that bad, and then had to spend the money to get it. Like he was like, it was a must-have. Once you had it, just cowered the sites forever. And then one day I was like, I'm probably not gonna find them cheaper than this, and I'll be mad. I was actually waiting for a re-release. I was like, they probably may do a restock. Still to this day, I haven't done a restock. So, pulled the trigger. Boom. There you go. That's what they have with the orange laces. I haven't done the orange laces.
Lace is tough.
Yeah, them orange laces.
Well, Phil, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a rebuttal, Phil.
Okay.
I feel like you should put the Lost and Found joints in number 1. Put those number 2, son.
Well, let me tell you, I'm privy to the lists. I'm privy to the lists, and I was like, I did to switch, and it was tough, but I knew this. It didn't take me much to get the Lost and Founds. It wasn't. I knew I had to have them.
Well, I know, we know.
The story for the ASICs. It was the
All right,
work
fair.
that I had to put in to get them made it worth being number 1.
All right, fair enough.
So.
I still got a
yeah,
bone to pick with Bodega, man. How you fuck my order up, bro? Motherfuckers, man.
But yeah, now look, I can't believe we're at the end of another sneaker year.
Time.
Yeah, man. Look,
Hey,
cheers
fellas,
to
let's
all
be
you.
real with y'all, man. I love these shits, man.
Man, no, look, cheers to all you fellas. I appreciate Ricardo for always being, down to come through, reaching out when to come on. We appreciate it. Definitely more to come next year. If you're around, you still want to come through, man. Come through. No matter, always welcome.
For sure. We're
Be
gonna upgrade
easy,
CP beers for
be
next
rich.
year. For next season.
I do have
get that man some premium brew next season.
Winner of the year for sneakers.
I'm just
CB
finishing
had
what
a
we
grand
had
year this
for
year for
the
sneakers.
Thanksgiving party. You know, like if I don't drink this, it's never gonna go. So
Save it for Sundays, bro. Like that's when you drink them on Sundays. When you know what I'm saying?
there's something to celebrate every night. It's this is just keeping me hydrated. That's all that it is.
That's pretty much all it is. That's just like the Gatorade of beers, bro.
Bro, when I was doing keto, if I wanted to drink beers, it would be these because they got like 4 carbs in them. So I could have 5 of them and I was still below my carb limit.
Exactly.
You know.
I do have one more shoe here with me that was released this year. It didn't make anyone's list. It's not the best colorway of that pack, but because of who I am a fan of, it's the colorway I went with. And it's the
man. See, I want to go, bro. It's still on my list to get too.
The pistachios were an honorable mention for me. I had like 30 shoes in my honorable mentions.
I'm taking a trip in February to Belize. These will be making
nice.
They will be getting broken in Belize.
For sure.
Nice. Yeah, those are dope.
I bought the pistachio ones in Vegas.
Okay, I was about to say
my boy's bachelor party. And so when we went for his wedding, I wore them like for all the pre-actual wedding festivities and all that because I associate buying those shoes with my boy, you know, getting married and stuff. So, and you know, we were in Vegas, had to go to, you know, the sneaker shop that's in.
You go to Caesar Palace?
In Caesars, yeah.
Of course, yeah, you got to see the man.
And it was one of those things where I knew I was spending the money. It was just what shoe was I gonna get because
bro,
that was the whole point of me going. Like I literally
bought my first pair of Yeezys in that joint, bro. Like
man, me and E were right a couple weeks right behind UCB when we went in there. I was like, they had the Bordeaux's in there too, but
I mean, they had like all these Air Max ones that I, you know, never gotten to see in person. They had, you know, the wall of dunks was incredible, but you know, so it was one of those things where I was just really, I had a price range that I was willing to go up to, and it was just really what was I going to take home? Because, and you know, those stood out. They were in the range, and it was cool because when I actually because you just find a person that works there, you tell them what joint you want, they plug in this code into their phone or whatever, and someone goes into the warehouse to pull them out. And so when you're at the register, you get to check them out, and then you pay for them or
what's
whatever.
the name of the store again?
It's like
I forgot the name of the store.
Urban Necessities.
Urban Necessities.
Yeah. You know, they got a barbershop in there.
Yeah.
They've got like an ice cream parlor in
I
there.
think his story,
2J's Kicks.
2J.
I think his story is dope. His story is dope.
His story is crazy.
Yeah.
Like he even does stuff where he'll sell stuff from his closet, and he had some beat to hell Newcastle SBs, and he wanted 1,000 for them. Shit, I got some barely worn Newcastles upstairs. If he wanted 1,000 for some beat to hell ones, shit.
Go ahead and get them off, son.
Got a mortgage payment sitting upstairs.
Right. Yeah, but that store was so dope, and it was one of those things where
for sure.
Nah, it definitely is
like,
yeah.
I felt like there's probably some great shit in here that I'm missing because there's just so much.
What's also dope about the store is that his relationships that he's built with people who we look at as big sneaker collectors, and them letting go of their collections and selling them through him. You know, he has Mayor collection in there. He has some of Fat Joe's. Yep. He has some of Dion from Concepts collection in there.
So sick.
Like he has some super, like, you know, Terrace Squad Air Force Ones were available.
Yeah.
Is that
available? Attainable though.
You know that's releasing next year.
Yeah, they bringing those back next year, bro.
A black and white pair.
Bro, they ain't bringing them back. It's actually an official release.
Yeah, it's a black and white pair with the TS.
Yeah.
Will that possibly make, you know, a list for next year? Will those three?
It's a lot of history with that shoe.
But those threes that's coming out, will that make a list?
Well, you know how I feel about the threes, yeah.
How y'all
Hey,
feel
look,
about them?
I don't care. I don't care what I gotta pay. You know what it is.
I will
Feel
say
about
this.
them twos that's dropping in a couple days.
Yeah,
Chicago
Nah,
too.
that's Chicago.
I thought about putting the twos on my list too.
Hey, I was
bought my
surprised
first
that
pair of
those.
twos. I probably bought the only pair of twos that I'll ever own this year.
I was surprised those off white sold out. Those boot joints.
Nah, bro, them browns. I like the brown joints, bro.
I was surprised they sold out so quickly.
Yeah, nah, I fool with the brown joints. I ain't gonna hold you.
They went quick. I'm like, yeah, man. I thought they was gonna sit.
I used to hate. I used to hate on the spike joints until I got them Air Force joints, and I was like, yeah, I found myself rocking them joints. Like,
comfortable.
yeah,
They was gonna make my list.
Blue joints work though. Yeah, I like the brown joints, bro.
They was gonna make
I
my
will
list.
say, looking forward to next year. For me, I think our mom and year may have their first miss
with the
12s.
Yeah, that white, and I think it would have been better if they flipped it. If it was maroon with the white on the side, it would look way better. But
they got two pair, right?
I like the black.
The crazy thing though is there was a leak of what the fours are supposed to look like, and then because it was the white four, and then it in the bit. So I'm hoping. I agree with you though, Ricardo. I'm hoping what we see now is not the official sneaker.
My question is, can Union come back from the? Can Union come back from them nasty ass Cortezes?
Man,
I think that.
Man, them Jones really on a lot of sites, except for the first. I think the first two colors sold out, but every other color that came out just.
I mean, how many misses? Union still got some of the best sneakers ever.
Yeah, still can get those ones. Yeah,
I don't disagree. I'm just saying because again, you have a staple iconic shoe, and if you look at the collabs that people get into, they know the ones that they can't miss at. And I swear to God, I told you guys, I said if they miss on these Cortezes, it's gonna take a hit. And then matter of fact, after that, whatever they came out with, they had, I think B was talking about how what was it, the money side when he was trying to order them shits, and they took I remember that. But then you gotta look at the way that they it's not just the shoe, but it's also, like you said, we talk about how it's handled when we try to cop the shoes, right?
Yeah.
And a portion of it is, like I said, this is just on some hometown shit. Union fumbled because it didn't allow with some of the hometown cats that probably could have helped them push the Cortezes. And it seemed like they was like, we on mainstream, we know we gonna sell regardless. And when them shit sat in there, like when I tell you they closed doors before the closing of the day, plenty of times, like within the last like 2 or 3 months, because ain't nobody fucking with them, because they like, until you get it right, we ain't messing with y'all hometown. I guarantee you they gonna talk about they popping up in another city if they don't get it.
That's crazy. Yeah, they should have known better.
I mean, it's so like we are able to fail once. They've had so many hits. I mean, you look at the Union ones. The Union
2 is good too.
They released the Union ones at like the flea market, and people thought they were fake.
Those are in contention for my favorite ones of all time.
Yeah,
the black toes.
No, I think Western had a sneaky good year too on the low, man. Puma had a sneaky good year, bro. Like they were consistent. They had they were consistent. They had some sleeper joints like with the Black 5.
Yeah, a lot of collabs this year too.
Yeah, I like them Black 5 joints they came out with. The TRC joints is good. Gotta compare them TRC joints. I fuck with them joints heavy, but
yeah, I think I got a pair
and affordable.
Yeah, that part.
That's always good.
I got a Slipstream this year. Comfortable. Can't go wrong. What I want to see happen is I want to see these sneaker companies get away from collabs. They are collabing us to death.
And that's why the Air Max 1 was so good this year. So the general releases were great. I know because I got like all of them.
That's why I said New Balance for me was the company of the year. Like, yes, they do collabs, but it isn't like, oh, we just rely on the collabs to put out fire.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of these brands just rely on collabs.
I will say for me, some New Balances that should be mentioned in the sneaker of the year conversation. These were honorable mentions for me. The Kith pistachio joints. Then I think those were 990s. And the Joe Freshgood ones. Like, as far as collabs go, New Balance did kill it. But like Ricardo was saying, I mean, you put on any pair of like gray New Balances, and you know you're good. And I remember being a kid and being like, "Yo, why do these basic ass shoes cost $220?" And then I grew up and I got a pair, and I was like, "Oh."
That's funny because I was the same way, bro. I'm like 17. Like, why the fuck are these shits like 180?
There used to be, well, it's still there. There's a store on North Capitol and Florida Avenue called City Gear. When it's been there since that's where I pretty much grew up at, right there on Bay Street. And they've had 1500s, 1300s, 998, and they were all in the gray and blue colorway. And I can remember, like you said, seeing those 1500s being like, damn, $230 for some New Balance. To this day, for me, the 1300 still blue, the gray with the funny blue. That's my favorite New Balance of all time. Can't go wrong for me. Right. I'll buy those every time they release them.
Yo, like I feel like when you wear them joints, you automatically just have like a pocket full of rolled up dollar bills in your pocket, dog. When you wear them shit, man. Like it's like the hustler shoe from like back in the day. You automatically have a bankroll, dog. You gotta have a rubber band, son. Like
that's because they're comfortable.
Yeah, with some
sweatpants. I can be outside all day, doing whatever I'm doing with these on. Because
not all the shoes on the list you can wear all day.
Yo, that's the roll this out.
What?
He got to wrap it up.
No, he gave us a Grammy joint, though, man.
We'll take this offline. Take it offline. So we can repost it off. But look,
Dave Chappelle wrapping up.
No, seriously. I appreciate you, fellas. Look, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Happy New Year, all that good stuff, man. Happy holidays, brothers.
Next Wednesday, we are returning for our top 5 albums of the year show on the WRSE Something Else podcast. Top 5 albums of the year.
Oh, I got an old school joint on my show.
There you go. So if everybody's thinking that sneakers were tough, those are tough. Everybody's thinking sneakers are tough. When we get to these albums is even tougher. So, but I appreciate all you fellas. I appreciate you guys watching. Soul Tales, see you guys 2023 when we start this all over again for top 5.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right,